All right. Hey, hey, hey. I can't see who's in here, so I don't know how many people we got or if anybody's here at all. But how are you guys? How are you, Robert G? It's the only one I see. Got 7. Nice. That's cool. Let me post this. Give me a sec. Raining. You guys are all being babies, man. I wanted to do this at 9, but everybody kept the first like 5 comments on my video was, no, it's too late, Josh. We can't do that. It's too late, man. Okay. I'm not looking at the chat yet, guys, so give me a sec. I'm posting the links. I gotta tweet this shit out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, my people. Found your channel on Friday. I'm digging it. Nice, man. What were you looking for? What content was it? What video? Let me see where your mind's at. Free living project. Sounds like you got something cool going on, though. But glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're liking it, too. So, we'll give it a few minutes and we'll get into this. It was your live stream. Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah. So we are going to live stream tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's going to be a big, big day. I even think futures are down right now. U.S. futures, CMBs. I could pull up my Thinkorswim too. These are going to be 15 minutes delayed. Jax. So down 200 points. Still a gap down, but nothing crazy. Decent though, but we'll see. We will see. But there is some news that came out that we could go over before we get into this. Japan, China. China's data came back, man. It surprisingly all looks fake. Uh, but, ooh, ugh, the Chinese food I just had. Mm-hmm. Should I go live on Instagram real quick? What's happening? Zach's picks. Zach's picks. What plays you got for me, bro? I know you got plays for me. That sounds like somebody who has plays. Hold on, Jax is doing something. Jax! What did you eat, man? You're acting like a crackhead. This guy's acting like a crackhead. So, if you guys are new, You guys know that I have my my dealings with Jax. Um, so I leave sometimes every now and then. Gap play on the Open tomorrow. Yeah, cool. I don't know. I think it's gapping down, bro. I think it actually could. It's either going to go up or depend. It depends where we gap. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, so let me go on live real quick. T-Vix in a big bowl of popcorn. Yes, sir. Hi, everybody. What's up, Habibi? What's up? Bank came out saying to short the S&P. Well, you gotta. They have analysts. There's many. It's a big bank, but a lot of people are worried or interested, is what you could call it, on all sorts of it. Am I late? Nope. We just started. We just started. We have been on here for 6 minutes, so we haven't even gone over anything. I did talk about a little bit. I want to talk about Japan, some of the numbers that came out over the weekend, and some of the news. I think we'll start there, and just kind of what we're going to be looking at coming in tomorrow. We can do a check on the futures and all that, and then yeah, I know. Yeah, we were going to do 9 p.m., but then everybody just started bitching on the comments. So I don't know. I feel bad. I kind of switched it up on everybody. Maybe we should have just kept it at 9 p.m. So maybe we'll just make this. Maybe we'll start the options at 9 p.m. How about that? I think we could do that. Maybe we'll start the options lesson at 9 p.m. Until then, we'll cover all the market stuff. We'll see. Dude, 3 people said shit. Let's start now. But it was 3 people immediately. That's the thing. And it was 3 people who watched the whole entire video. Whereas nobody else said anything. You didn't say anything. Zach's picks. Come on, man. Said now? Are you demanding me? You seem kind of scary, bro. I am now live. Let's not get greedy on our guy. I love RG3. I'm watching that Midwest and didn't bitch. I feel you. I feel you. I was honestly though. I'm getting tired. I didn't realize it till later. Why dudes hate on me? People, everyone likes to. I'm a good guy to hate, bro. Why not, man? I think I'm a pretty easy person to hate. So, you know, man, all you guys on my Instagram, bro. Everybody just popped in on the Instagram. Why aren't you guys on the YouTube right now? I don't get everybody on Instagram. Why aren't you on YouTube? This sucks. So, fraternity. YouTube, go to the live. Colt gang. All right, guys. So I'm not gonna answer. Dude, why isn't my fucking shit moving? There it is. All right. So everybody on Instagram, I think I'm just gonna put my phone maybe like right here, maybe right here, and everybody on Instagram, I'm just go to the YouTube. Switched over from Insta. There you go. See, hello Melissa. Still waiting on some love from you, Serge. And there's 44 people I need to give my love to, and these aren't. I don't even know who the fuck is in here. Good, great videos, new subscriber. That's what's up, guys. I love it. Appreciate it. My weekend was good. Jax is next to me. What's going on? Loving the videos. Thank you. Okinawa fishing. That's cool. Are you planning to relaunch TTF? What do you see? Zach's picks? You are just out of the loop, my man. You were out of. I already don't like you. Your name is one thing. That's it, man. You're already saying some dumb shit. That's it. I'm sorry. See, I told you, I'm very easy to hate. I pop off on people, but it's all love. But we're going to talk about options trading. We're going to get into it in a little bit. We're going to talk about the basics of this stuff. So you guys, we're going to give it some time, a little bit. I think we'll start maybe in like 10 minutes, but let us talk about what's happening right now with the market. So China had some data. I talked about that, but really it seemed all fudged and faked. I think the biggest thing is Japan. So I don't know if anybody was in the live streams prior on Monday, and we are going to do one tomorrow morning. So make sure you guys have the post notifications so you don't miss it. But what I brought up Japan and the fact that their data actually was worse more than expected, and we could probably even bring it up that this is their their growth rate. The fact that it has actually showed a negative print. This is one thing, and then business orders. And if you guys watched the recent real estate video, relating it to like what's it called, the private loans, commercial has been going down. So that's commercial loans and funding and activity. So that is the worry. But Japan, I'm going to look through. I don't know. This is the stuff. And maybe this is a cool thing to give you guys an update on the live. I'm keeping up the pound like on my other screen. This is how my screen shows. And if you guys aren't familiar with this website, tradingeconomics.com, one of the best. They have a calendar to get economic, news events. If you guys ever want to know when the Fed is going to speak, when so-and-so is going to talk, when oil updates, you'll get it all here. So there's that. And then you can look at all the other indicators of countries. But I keep up the pound, the USD Jappy. And what I want to show you guys is that I don't know how many of you guys have ever looked at the currencies and have seen, and again too, this isn't for beginners. What I'm discussing right now. Just as a heads up, this is stuff, as I'm just saying, because I don't want to scare off people just starting and thinking you gotta, this is really, really diving into it. And, you might think it's cool. I think a lot of people, depending on your trading experience, they really get surprised when they see, the S&P 500, the stock market. Like if I show, if Amazon's chart reflected the Chinese currency, you would look at me like I'm crazy because they're so different from each other. But you would actually see some similarities. So this is what I'm looking at the same time. What website company do I use? I use E-Trade, but we also have Tastywork. So this is one I just made a video on it. This is a cool option broker. They're kind of like Robinhood, $1 trades. So I kind of like them. Home. Oh, wow, shit. I sold puts on this account. So I don't know if you guys remember that. Do you guys remember all the premium we sold? I sold a lot of puts. So we're going to get screwed on Monday. Well, we'll see what happens. But like I was saying, I throw up these currencies. These are what I'm going to be watching tomorrow. I think how these currencies respond. You are even getting an inverse now on the Chinese yuan. When the yuan goes down, the market goes up. And when this goes up, the market goes down. And it's, you could see it gapping. But again, be careful doing any sort of analysis like this just because I was talking about it on the last live stream when it was live. Sometimes none of this shit makes sense. Everything will break away from each other and everything is literally moving independently of itself. So again, the one thing I'm looking for, and I'll give you guys, it used to happen really, it broke off starting around 2018 because, the S&P 500 kind of started to go up. Let me zoom out. But if you look at the USD Jappy, this is an important currency to watch. Come around 2015 up until 2016, this pretty much preceded the flash crash. You could have got ahead on this. After the flash crash coming into like January, like again here with that December crash, this is the August flash crash. So this is actually going to be cool for you guys to see. You guys actually, before I show this, I'm giving you fucking gold right now. Everybody like the video. Tell me you love me. Give me positive affirmations. Now, like the video though. I love you guys. But I want you to pay attention to this. Definitely, that's my cue to you to pay attention. This is something good because this is kind of what we have now. The Jappy didn't really respond. It did what the market was doing come the August flash crash. But after that, you'll start to see the stock market wasn't crashing December 15th. And the Jappy started to lead the way. And then come January 1st, 15th, 16th, and then February 16th, that's when you got that huge drop on the downside. So the Jappy is very stable. Okay, so our dollar Japan, the Japanese trade, it's for the most part, it is literally stable. And even then, they have an important role with emerging markets and economies. A lot of people don't really understand our relationship with Japan as an economic powerhouse, and it's actually very important. But again, they're more stable. So what's going to happen is that when you do see the Jappy move in the currency, because like I'm saying, after that big move, look at that big move in 16. From 2016 till then, it had one little pop up, and this was what, November 16. What could have that been? Donald Trump getting elected. Since then, it's been stable. So when you see this move and take a look, the Jappy come January, February, does this look like anybody's stock market before it happened? Anybody? Literally, the Jappy led the January, February market crash that everybody was tripping on. Let's take a look back in time. Let's see what happened at the beginning of the year. And we're just giving a market update so you guys are, have an idea of what's going on here. Okay. So as you see here on the 1 year, when did this start to collapse? See, look, the market didn't drop until February 2nd, but look what happened. Look what happened. Wait, it wasn't until January 2nd? Hold on, where were we? Yeah. Wait, no, wait, whoa. Was it January 2nd? Was it that? February 2nd. February. Yeah, so take a look. Up until February 2nd, right? But pretty much the weeks prior to February 2nd, you already had the Jappy just come off this run up. And no, that's 2017. What am I saying? Excuse me. Here. I'm retarded. Same thing, though. Up until literally pretty much the whole month of January, the Jappy was falling, and then it cracked on February 2nd, and then the market came down with it. So that preceded it. Now, there was other things that could have affected it, and there was. Again, this is something, and let me be my own devil's advocate and have you guys understand this a little better when this is looking back in time. It's very easy to go back in time and look and say, oh shit, oh look, it was right there. But in real time, it's hard because right now you may see it like this today, but tomorrow it could be a fat candle up or down. So that's why I don't like technicals and looking back. It's hard for me to say, okay, every time because you might think you could telegraph this. Or like, oh shit, that's easy, just follow the jet. It's a lot harder in real time. Otherwise, this video and the fucking 18 minutes you just spent would make you the richest person in the world, So make sure you guys are realistic about that and understand the evaluation that needs to be done to actually pull this off or get anything on this level successfully. So there's the Jappy. So that's why, bringing this full circle, Japan's GDP contracting, Japan business orders falling, business loans, that's just not good. And the fact, too, that they all dropped beyond expectations. So a lot of people had, they expected a decline, but not that much. So that was pretty interesting to see. So then that's the first thing I'm looking at. Then the next thing, I am going to have the British pound because this thing has just been hanging out. I think the vote is on December 11th, but it's been hanging out near lows, but slowly creeping lower, which at the end of the day isn't really a good sign. So we have that Brexit vote. That's pretty messy. But, we could. That's going to be one that it will. I don't think we're going to have anything today or tomorrow, but there are things that are going to be in the way. I think we need to see how foreign markets. So how European markets trade tomorrow, how Shanghai trades. So Shanghai's already down 1%, and I think Shanghai's even Yeah, Shanghai's already down almost another percent. And I wonder where Shanghai, because Shanghai might be breaking. No, okay, yeah, but it's coming down. It's everything is just going to be very, 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 very interesting, right? So, but I'm looking at that. I'm keeping that up. The yen, the won. Then I'm going to look at the dollar. Again, all of these are affected. When you're looking at currency pairs, USD, JPY, the dollar is going to have that effect. And again, isn't it funny? I'm using Forex to make analysis on the stock market, where it's going from there, and how I'm going to be using that. So there's that aspect. I'm going to keep that, and then last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep up crude oil, and then maybe look at the bonds too. You could keep up the 10-year, see if the yield curve flattens throughout the day. Watch that video I just posted on future valuations, because if that does change and we do get further flattening, algos and everything else are going to start pricing in lower future valuations at the end of the day. So, and I would look for oil. That's pretty much a thing. Like I said, China's data came out too, but it wasn't that good. But how oil moves tomorrow will be very, very, very important. So that's a good recap. I don't know what time is it right now. It's 8. I think it's like an hour before we said we could start. Maybe we could get away with it starting an hour early. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we get into the options, or maybe let's do this before I want to start? I want to give people ample amount of time to be here. But let's talk questions. Do any of you have any questions so far, or any other news you guys want to bring up on what's happened, or questioning what we're looking at tomorrow, or what we're getting into, or anything of that nature? If you guys have those questions, we'll answer them, and we'll open up the floor for that. And hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you having a good night. Sorry for the switching it up on the scheduling. That was annoying, but you guys were annoying as well. Make sure you guys like this video. Do you use any scanners? Not really. The only real scanner I use here is like on Tastyworks. Well, I have two, I guess. I have my high-low ticker during the day. This is literally the only thing I need throughout. So I'll keep that up here. That's usually my main thing that I'm going to keep up. And then this scanner is going to be, varies from notable stocks, but usually I do high options volume, or which one is it? Any of them really, or notable. But I'm switching. I'm scanning for high volatility and low volatility. Do you think we'll continue the downtrend? Possibly, but tomorrow the issue is going to be where what range it kind of sets. So I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, it's going to be very, very hard to set. But I do think that it could continue if any of those bad event stuff develop. But again, what I'm really waiting for is kind of a market sell-off, whatever reaction, and I still haven't got my bounce. I'm expecting my bounce, or some sort of reaction that's calm, coming into I expect a bigger crash, a bigger continuation to occur around the latter months, February to late 2019, early 2020. If it doesn't occur February 19, around then, or March 19, when the trade war shit kind of comes back into play, or back into focus with everybody. So that's what I think. If futures are gapped down far enough into the market open in the morning, do you think we'll see decent volume to buy? Yeah, that's usually what happens, and that's what I'm saying. But then again, the question is, we're gonna kind of gap down, and then is it gonna go down further and trade further in pre-market, or is it just going to gap down and kind of come back up? But now, what does it do from the come up? Does it do one of those vicious 600-point bounces like we saw last? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday? I don't know which date. Or does it hit up fill a gap and then start to sell off and come back down? That is the real question, and is going to be the kicker. So, and how that plays off, because if it bounces and comes back up, it'll kind of set a range slower. But if we get like a gap down and then it further drops, and then we kind of come into this range right here, it's either could come here and then maybe be range bound. I don't know, maybe in between 274 instead, or 270 and 258, or maybe who knows how low. But it really, again, it depends on where it goes from here and even where it closes. And then, two, every gap has filled since October. That is true, but it all depends. Actually, every gap has it filled since October? You're saying just this October. That's interesting to note. Has it? In the same day? Ooh. I can't see any gaps. This was a gap. Oh, I don't know. That's interesting. Give me a statistic I could see with the change closes, and plot that on statistics. Give me a statistic on that, honestly, because that is what I'm worried for, though. But I could see that, but again, the velocity we're at here these days, the volume, it's kind of a lot adding up. This has been really picking up, and like I even said, there's still more that can happen. You know, a lot more can change. I think one gap filled the second day from the last week. No, I remember there was a lot. If futures get sorry, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I said we could. That's starting this. That's where your question. I do think, like I said, if it does gap, I think it could be bought enough. But then again, the question is with being at this spot and sending a low, it'll just interesting where it responds from here. Now the next level is if we get closed on a Monday. If we close down tomorrow and it becomes a down Friday, down Monday, again, that is that data I told you about. Statistically, you could expect the market to follow up with a 6% down in the next week. And like I'm saying, this was big because you had these first three small days. And again, we've had these first three small days right here. And the volume was kind of building up. So that's what I'm worried about, is that the velocity of this compared to this, it's slower here, but then the velocity coming here down, these were all kind of controlled walk downs. Is the question, do they have a controlled walk down here? But the last 3 days, they've been wider margins, wider ranges, and again, too, the volatility. The fact that people haven't been buying as many puts, or the delayed reaction, and that is what you've been seeing with your buyouts, right? Or what buyouts? Why the fuck did I say buyouts? You're saying the bottom, that buy the dip, getting bought at the bottom. That bottoms, not buyouts. That's what I meant to say. But if it's going on the bottom, what happens is these people there's not enough puts being bought, so there's a lot of algos buying up, and the market's coming up, and then people are adding their puts, and then it starts dropping everything. So I don't know. Hopefully you guys are on the same page with me on this, feeling some of it. So basically, retail stocks should continue to downtrend, correct? I just don't see SFX having much better earnings tomorrow. Well, retail, tech, that's one sector to look at, but if I'm looking to short things, I'm going to short the highest valuations and then also who has exposure. So that's one level. When we get into options, explaining the basics, RG3, what you just said is you have one part of it down. Every gap is filled since October. You just say that again? Oh, I think I read that. What's up, guys? Came late. Can we get some more detail on how to react to currency movement? How so? What do you mean, Larry Thomas? Hi, guys. Good morning. 4 a.m. Dublin now. Ooh, Valentin. What's good, man? Stairs up, elevators down. I feel you. It's kind of fun, though. Kind of fun. This volatility is lovely for options. For the risk averse, you get strangles and control your losing side. Yeah, and well, even then, it is lovely for options, but in my professional opinion, be careful. I can't stress it enough for some of you guys. Some of you, if you get it the right day, you could throw a fucking dart randomly at any company and buy a put. You're going to make money. But if you guys get caught, tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. Because maybe if you buy calls and it fills, you'll be good. But again, that's not just buying puts. You see that, and even then, some of the calls might be up. And that's what I'm saying. You don't think you're going to be able to, because the premium and this volatility, that's how a lot of people could lose, because now people are freaking the fuck out in what market makers are pricing in. You got to be patient and finessing it. And that's where, I think Valentin, you asked it on one of the videos. You said, how can we learn through this? Or I think it was someone else, but it was the other guy, the deer guy. Yeah, they started with a V, vinegary deer. That's the guy in the comments. But I was saying how you need to. I just totally blanked. Think it's saying vinegary deer out loud. Uh, but yeah, you just got to be careful. You can't just buy a option in that case. So be careful. Just looking out for you guys. Want to make sure you guys are safe. You know, be responsible adults. That's why I mentioned the strangle. It's a good way to hedge, but expiration and choices. Yeah, everything, man. Join the free options course channel, guys. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it active too. We gotta get more people in there, but also too, I'm just gonna be doing these. These are great. You guys get active in here, and that was even one thing too. My sell options. Yeah, that'd be good. You gotta again, even strangles and everything. You gotta wait till the price is there because if you go see my video on Friday, I like to do the straddles and the strangles on the Fridays and the Thursdays when the premium is really deflated. So how much you are paying for an option contract, the premium, looking at it from a premium in the sense, think about the difference between your gas and, normal gas and premium gas. What's the difference when you're getting one or the other? You're paying above what you normally would have. So you gotta be careful with that. Premium in this market and how much you guys spend for focus on break evens. That's the best way to simplify it, sum it up. Um, but yeah. So if you guys are new here too, give me one. Let me get more questions out of you guys, and we'll start here with the options thing shortly. Going front to back, we're gonna go through the option chain. I think I might even pull up a Google Doc to just break it down with you guys, so I have literal steps for you to follow. And I hate steps because I think it's kind of retarded sometimes for people, and because they could get so caught up in following it. But some are very easy logical stuff you guys could be doing with your options and starting. But how many people don't even know what the fuck an option is? Hey, nice. First successful trade. That's what's up, man. Awesome. I'm glad. Sell options, sell on those high premium IIV contracts, but not this high volatility. Yeah, there you go. That's true. I know the basics, dude. So you guys all know the basics. Is everybody in here knowing the basics? Let's just see. I don't know. Do you guys because it seems like most people know how to respond to the content put out. Where y'all guys sitting at, huh? Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm. Okay. Brief us a little on calls and puts. What are your main watches for tomorrow? The Spy, Amazon, um, Boeing, McDonald, everything I've been talking about. Value stocks and high tech, high flying tech, mainly. Brief us a little on calls and puts. Well, I had a talk with somebody today, and I thought it was a cool discussion. He was having me to try to explain options to him the simplest way possible, and we got talking about a hotel room. So understanding the difference between calls and puts, it's like you're trying to sell a hotel room, right? You are, and this is what you guys need to understand because this is where what I was just talking about comes into play. Premium, okay? So it's like buying a hotel room and you think the price of that hotel room is going to go up or down. So the hotel is now $100 a night. So how you're going to make money on this hotel room, you're going to go in and you're going to put down a deposit. Now, depending on what room it is or what event is going on in Las Vegas or wherever the hotel is that could affect hotel prices, and you guys could think logically what those factors could be, depending on that is going to factor what you have to pay for your premium or the deposit you put down. So what you're doing is you're essentially taking this hotel room, putting a non-refundable deposit that doesn't go towards the price of the room, and you're doing it to secure this hotel room. So then once you have the hotel room secured, what you're doing with it now in the action you go about making money It depends on what you think is going to happen. So let's say you think the price of that hotel room is going to jump. Let's say it's a hotel, it's on Las Vegas, and they have it, and you know they're going to announce a Floyd Mayweather fight. That's a perfect example, options wise, right? So you have this Floyd Mayweather fight, and you know it's not announced yet. You know prices on that hotel are going to go up. So you go to the hotel, you put down a non-refundable deposit, and nobody knows. Now, here's the thing. If nobody knows the fight is going to be announced, no one's going to expect those rooms to go up in value. They're going to ask for a small amount deposit. They're going to say, okay, the room's $100 a night. Give us $5 and we'll hold it for you. And you say, awesome. You give them the $5, and now you guys think it's, you pay $5, you have the room, and now you think that room is going to go up. So what happens? It shoots up in value, and what do? You go sell it to some other guy now, or you're guaranteed the room at that price at $100, and then now it's $150, $200 a night, $300 a night. You only spent $5, and then you could go sell it to some guy for $300 a night. You never even paid the $100 a night. Boom. You could pay the room up front, do your thing, keep the difference. That is a call. On the put side, let's say you think the Floyd Mayweather fight is going to get canceled and those rooms are going to drop in value. So then you find somebody now who wants to buy a hotel room, and you go up to him and say, hey, I'll do this. You say, I have a room. I might cancel it. I'll give you $5 if you agree to take my room if I back out at, the room's at $300 a night. I'll give it to you for $200 a night. And he's like, okay, you're going to pay him, and if you back out, he gets a room at a cheaper price. He's like, down. But then the fight gets canceled. The room goes back to $100 a night. You say, hey, bud, buy it. He agreed to give you $200 a night. You just made money on that hotel room going down. That's a put. So that's a simple explanation. I think that's probably one of the simplest explanations to get it. And the price that you pay up front to secure it, that non-refundable down payment, that is your premium. That's the price of the option you pay. So the events that would change the price of a hotel room are your implied volatility. What people expect from stuff, that is how it's, that is going to change the price of the contract. The more or less people expect and how much. For the big money and MU for the little guy. Fuck Vegas. Vote for options. I would have came home nearly dead broke from that place. Damn, you're a gambler like that? How are you playing the video? So calls are bullish moves and puts are bearish moves. Yes, 100%. SPY looks like some Bitcoin shit, bouncing off 260 till the end of time. Dude, it hasn't been that long, man. It's only been a few weeks. I followed the 5-minute MACD in 10 minutes. And you guys are crazy. Pretty much zero. Very good, simple explanation. So, that is pretty simple and as easy as it could get. So hopefully that gives you guys a basic rundown now of options and what we do. So, what other questions you guys got? Let me have my water. I think we'll get into the option pricing here. Are you guys ready? How do you feel? I'd rather just get puts. I only short stocks if it's unnecessary. You talk about real estate. What do you think of Leonard Deere replaced the downside? Now they've dropped a lot. They've dropped a lot. They're already down, and people are expecting it. So people are, that's the hotel room. People are going to price it in. Huge volume of SPY 250 and 240 puts for January 2019. You got to be careful. I talked about that before, where like people look at the options volume and they're like, oh man, people are buying, but you don't know how an option could be used. The thing about options is that they could be hedging instruments, or when an option is purchased, it never truly reflects what happens on who has stuff to the downside. They could be averaging down, they could be hedging, a reverse position, opposite position. They could be selling those options and sold it, and the computer just bought them, and they're taking that risk, and the market makers willing to take it. Oh, excuse me. So you got to be careful with that. So it could mean something, but you never know. Yeah, I'm gonna live stream tomorrow, 6 a.m. How do you pick the best strike price for the current situation? We're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that is what this whole stream is going to be about. Again, we started a little early, so I wanted to cover some stuff for some people. Sounds like a plan. Why does USB impact stocks? So if I buy put, let's say 1580, what is the highlighted area? Why is it highlighted? That is in the money. So if you bought the put right now on a 1580, the QQQ is trading at 161.20. So you're going to somebody, so you think the hotel room is going to drop in value. So you're going to pay him $188 to buy it from you $3 lower. So since he's buying it from you cheaper than what it's trading at, it's not blue. But if he was buying it now for more than what it was at, it would be blue. That would be in the money. كيف حالك حبيبي? Time to learn. ازيك محمد? كيف حالك? Exactly. We don't know whether they bought or sold. So if you buy a put, let's say 1580, what is the highlighter? When do you have unlimited risk? When you sell a call. That's about it. If you sell a call, uncovered call, it's unlimited risk. If you sell a covered call, then your risk is controlled and you're solid. Where do you think gold is going in the next few months? I don't know. Are you a fundamental or more of a technical? Fundamental, definitely. Check USD Jappy. What's popping? What's guanin', man? Is it fucking up? Look at that. Do I got my Forex traders in here? It's moving a lot, but you need the big move. You want, and even then, anything, Asian markets are open. We got to see how they go, and you just got to see how Asian and European markets go, and then because even then we're down, but how futures look are not always going to be indicative of where the markets go. I don't understand how they come up with the bid and ask price when it's not the price of the option. Completely new. Well, it's Black-Scholes model. It's a valuation based upon the asset price, how much time left is on the contract, how close it is, the expectation of the stock, how does that stock move over the moving averages, all that. It's just the calculus formula. But the simple way is understand just you're making a deal with somebody to buy or sell at this price. If it goes above or below that price, figure out how much you're paying for that contract, structure your shit like a business, make good trades, good deals, and put the odds in your favor. That way you'll be pretty solid. What about selling puts? No, selling puts, the risk isn't unlimited because you choose to, if you get exercised, you just buy the stocks at the bottom. So you will need the cash, and you can lose if that stock goes to zero and holds. But technically, your risk isn't unlimited because you could only lose as much as you paid for the stock. So somebody asked what a straddle was, if I could explain that. And I'll show you here what Tasty works. They have a cool platform. And I have a video on this. I think they're better than Robinhood if you guys want to check that out. But I think this is who I would use. I've recently started using them. I've used E-Trade, what you guys saw my whole life, and they're pretty good. But they have tools for you guys to do this and see. But a straddle is pretty much you have a long straddle or a short straddle. So this is with options too. Everything we're talking about when we're saying buy a call or a put, even if you buy a put and you think the stock is going down, since you're buying the option, you're paying money to get that contract, you're still long on that contract. You're not short even though you bought a put. I want to make sure everybody understand that, especially if you're new. Even if you buy a put, you're still going long on the put, but you're still bearish on the stock. You guys following along with me? A lot of people, they'll never understand that their whole entire life. So I want to make sure you guys, or it'll take them many years. So short on a put is when you sell the option. So instead of buying the option, instead of paying money to own the contract, instead you collect money from somebody and you agree to buy or sell the stock from them. So you either agree to sell them a stock at a specific price and keep the premium, or you agree to buy a certain amount of shares from them at a certain price. More equitable for the smaller trader compared to futures, but futures are king. Well, and futures are just riskier. You can't, futures you can only trade indexes and how it works with the pips and the leverage on it. That I prefer options because I just have more variety within the companies, and I just don't like the leverage on the futures. Just how operating in pips and then settling to cash and shit like that. I'm just not a fan of it. It's an extra layer of your position on the option. What is short then? Yeah, but that's why I like it. How far of the money can you recommend? We're going to talk about it. It all depends on the stock, and this is what we need to go over with selecting it. Do you trade options or buy and hold? I do both. So you guys, if you saw the two videos I posted, both of those trades were day trades, right? But my Amazons, Tesla, and all the other trades I made, those I bought and held. So it varies. But it all depends on the type of play. Vinegary Deer, I was talking about you, man, earlier. How are you, man? Glad you made it. Glad you made it. And everybody else in here, there's only 38 likes, and there's almost 100 of you guys. It's really exciting. So I'm glad you guys are here. We are going to be on tomorrow at 6 a.m. to trade everything happening. So make sure you guys turn on the notifications so you don't miss this. Like this video. And I think we'll begin here. I think we hit 100. Let's start. Let's begin looking now at options pricing and understanding how to select the best option to buy. So this is the question everybody asks me. And again, if you're a beginner, anything like that, and you don't understand, feel free, put your questions later. We will get to it, or keep watching the videos. Things will click. Vinegary Deer is the one who coined the phrase. He said after 30, 40 hours of watching the videos, it clicked. So give it time, be patient, think or swim, paper money, make an account. Don't worry about it, right? But how do we select the first option? So what company do you guys want to look at? Give me a company you guys want to go through a chain on, and I will tell you my process, right? So give me a random company, right? And throw it out. I need a consensus, okay? You guys got to vote on BA, Tesla. Oh, you guys all want that. Lulu, Spec. Oh, man. Fuck. You guys are not going to get this. Not company, just SPY. See? So, awesome. Let me pick one of these. I think, Starbucks. I love my Starbucks. I think we're going to go with, Muhammad Habibi, you're smart. He's smart with Amazon. The guy's saying Starbucks is good. Apple, and all right, perfect. Let me show you guys this too. Everybody's saying the SPY. Fuck the SPY. The SPY, because it eliminates my number two thing. My number two, I don't want to skip, but the SPY is going to be a less desirable choice. Because one, I already know the risk reward and the odds on index plays on options are going to be minimal. Now, does that mean you don't play them? No. You got to really identify when the time is there. But one part we're going to discuss is finding a reason. There's two parts now of when I'm selecting this. So that's why I'm telling you guys with SPY, you guys are like, play the SPY. It's not a company. To identify catalysts and reasons and have a reasoning to trade, you guys have to understand the motivation and reasoning behind your trade is very, very important. I'm not getting the SPY until I could say, hey, everything's going to shit. This company is going down. These are this risks, or it's global and it's not contained to one company. But even then now, right? You guys thinking, hey, I want to trade the SPY. Fuck out of here. Don't trade the SPY. Trade companies. Think about the companies within it that would have more exposure. If you're trying to make the most amount of money on a up or down movement, right? And if you knew it, and if you knew the reason that is going to drive the S&P 500 up, right? And is going to draw the stock market up. Why would you play an index of 500 companies that even if you pick this, if you know what's going to go up 50%, 100%, you're only going to capture a percentage of the movement because it's weighted against 500 other stocks. You see, it wouldn't make sense. So you would want to go for the individual plays. So that's why when I'm thinking of playing SPY, I actually prefer to play the number one weighted holding of the SPY Apple. And then that has tech exposure. But that's why if you've watched my streams, whenever I see Apple moving now on its own supply chain news and other factors, and it's detaching from the SPY, I'm going to have to move away. But like I said, SPY for me, that's my last resort. That's if I can't find anything to play. There's other factors that are getting in the way of the other stuff. I'm literally going to just go and then I'll play the SPY and I'll take the 1, 2, or 3 rewards because the SPY puts most index puts, unless you can accurately pinpoint the in the money type move, you're going to make 1 to 3 times your money, which isn't too ideal with the risk. So Crons, PI, I think we're going to go with Boeing or Amazon. Amazon, I think, is the best value. A lot of you guys think it's too expensive. You're like, Josh, I'm not rich. I can't play, this. I think I'm sitting on, a $250 contract for Amazon. I think I had another cheaper one. And that's me being expensive with it. But you guys could get some decent ones. However, it approaches it. Now, how do we pick the best option price? I want you guys to get now, let's go to Boeing. Let's do Boeing. I think Boeing's going to be good. So we're going to do Boeing. So the first thing I'm going to ask now, any company gets brought up. You need to ask why the company and what's going on with the company. You need to understand how it moves or if there's a catalyst. So Boeing comes up. I'm thinking a few things. Okay, how is this moving relative to the market? So if you are not up to game and you haven't been following stocks, awesome. Great, no worries. Take Boeing and overlay it with the SPY. And if you don't know how to overlay things, just go look at Boeing and then go look at the SPY. Go look at how does it look compared to the SPY. So when we're looking at it, what would you guys say right now with Boeing and the SPY? So I could keep it up. Maybe I could just overlay it for you guys since we have this ability to. What do you guys think now? What do you see? That's one question I'll ask you. Boeing reflects the market. How well? Similar. Now, and let me fuck with you guys a little bit. So there's this SPY in purple and yellow. That's Boeing. But what about Amazon? What about Google? What about even fucking Tesla? Tesla a little different, right? So even then, and look I'm just fucking around going through here. Take a look right here with Tesla. I could just look at this, say, hey, this is, and I made a video on this. This is something going on. But again, I'm doing this right now to show you when it comes down to my evaluation of picking the best option, the first thing I want to understand is what is pushing the stock and how is it. Now, Boeing, you got to understand the next part. There is a few fundamental things I'm leaving out here, okay? This is stuff I can't teach you guys in, a 1-2 hour lesson like I was expecting because you should be aware of how the company moves. Actually, if you took the free stock trading course, you should be aware of float. Understand this is a lower float company. Understand the dollar type movement. So even though now it's on the SPY and it looks just like the SPY, it's making its moves at very, very different pace and dollar amounts. That is one of the biggest things I'm looking at. And that's the thing too, you'll notice it may look like the SPY, but pretty much Boeing, when it gets in a range, or it pretty much, Boeing now, I guess, compared to the SPY, you can notice one thing about the stock. Gonna miss school tomorrow. That's funny. Don't miss school, man. I don't want you to get in trouble. But there is one thing about this, and this is what attracts me to Boeing. This is why Boeing is one of my favorite stocks, because over the last 365 days, literally up until October, right? Even in the midst of October, this company is stable. You see, it's only moved what, $50 in between, give or take, and it just held there. Yeah, you could watch this later, man. You don't have to miss school. But the first thing is the stock and why. So let me keep this simple. I could go into 20 different ways I'm analyzing the stock, and again, that's not what this is about. Isn't that crazy? You guys want to know with picking the best option, but 90% of the matter is understanding the stock, because now if I don't know what's pushing the stock, I can't make a range on where I expect it to go. You see? And you guys might use technicals, this or that. No. I'm not looking at any of that. I'm saying, well, let's take a look. There's the two things now are going to come up. So let's say you know a little bit about the stock, right? And I don't want to teach you guys this because you guys will go crazy, but you know a little bit about the stock, okay? You want to go buy an option. You want to make a play. You think it could reflect something. It's just like when you buy anything else in the world. When you guys want to buy anything or spend money on something, what is the first question that you usually have about anything? Or when you're going to go do something or spend money, what is the first question or first thing that usually gets solved? Literally, I think about options as if I'm purchasing a home. If you were going to go buy a house, what is one of the first things you're going to be considering? Let's go look at the reviews. Demand for it. Is it worth it? Is it a good price? Cost, risk, location. How much is it? Location. Let's see. Various answers. And I'm very, very curious to see your guys' responses actually. Price. Sell price. Interest rates. Okay. Well, think about it. You're going to go buy something. So if you want to buy something, you can't buy it if you don't have money. So it's not that you need the money, well, that's part of it, but your budget. How much do you want to spend? You're not going to go house shopping for $1 million homes if you could only get approved for whatever it may be. So now value is greater than price, but guess what? If that was the case, you guys, not everybody can afford it. So for all of you, let's be real. Any trade you're going to make, tell me this is not the number one truest statement right now. Any trade you make, the first question, conscious or subconscious, you're thinking about is how much is it? Or how much am I going to put in? That question is going to be asked one point or another, but that should be the number one thing. Because for you guys, that's setting up your plays now. Because now, even if you're saying, hey, Boeing is going to do this. I know the market is going to do this. There's information here. There's information there, so on and so forth. But the Boeing contracts are out. You can't afford it, or it doesn't now make sense. Let's say you only have $100, but the only contract you're going to get on Boeing is a weekly for $150 or a January for, a $140 strike price, or this is on QQQ. I should have put Boeing up. It just wouldn't make sense. You would be taking too much of a risk. So that is the first question you need to be answering is budget, because that is my question I'm looking for. So you guys are asking me, well, how do you pick the best option? It starts with picking the best stock and picking the best reason to reflect, and having the best reason. You guys look through my YouTube videos, compare it to what you guys have seen. I think I have the best reasons usually for buying a stock, or I'm at least thinking about it. You can't ignore it. That's the first thing. But then the next thing is budget. That's for any purchase you guys are making. You have to think, how much am I going to spend? Because that right there is going to say, well, should I play it or not? That is going to be able to let you go through the options chain and say, well, can I afford it? So now, tell me, give me a budget. What's my budget? So I'm asking you guys that question. We have the stock. We have Boeing. Okay, what's my budget now? What is my budget, and what is the size of my account? I need those questions answered, because those are all relative now, and those need to be answered before I'm selecting truly the best option. $500 or 1K. Wait, are you guys saying for the account or are you guys saying for the position? I need to know. I need to know the account size and then how much are we going to spend on this one play. Ooh, she got money. That's funny. Count 2,000, risk 1,000. Whoa, you crazy, Timur? Fuck. 1K on this play? What's up with you guys? You guys are wild. It's like, it's either they're saying I should use a 1K account or they're all just trying to bait me into picking a best option for them to drop $1,000 on. See, actually, so here's the funny part. You tell me my budget for option play is $1,000, right? So if you guys think it's $1,000, that brings me back to the first thing I said. What the fuck do you think is going to happen to Boeing? If you are going to put $1,000 on a Boeing option, what evidence do you have for that? Because you're telling me you're making a leveraged options bet with the probability of 30% you're going to make money, and you're willing to risk half your, why? You need an answer for that. So 10% of my account position, that would be, but then you could only play what? 10 plays? You need real news. You need something. You need fucking something. So even if you don't have news, you should be able to go through that option chain and select if the option chain better be the cheapest option you've ever seen. I did that once. I looked at the wrong option. I saw an option and I was looking at the different expiration. I thought it had like a year of time, but it was like the weekly, and I saw it was like at 3 cents. I was gonna buy $100,000 of them, and I was like, fuck, well, this is too cheap, Unless you see that case, yeah, but you have to know. You have to have a real reason. How far out should the expiration be? Look at this. See, everything, you guys are missing it. Everyone's asking. You guys are. I'm asking you. I'm telling you my process. No one's. What is the account size? How much money? Just give me. What do you want me to say? $200 then? Or do you want me to tell you what I would do on it? Because again, you guys, and look at this whole idea, right? Think about how I'm showing you guys all these plays, even the whole process. You guys are like, Boeing. Why? I don't know. Boeing, just because you see the disconnect and the difference. If you're just thinking you're going to pick a random fucking play and be able to pick the best option at any time, that doesn't make any sense. You guys see what I'm saying? You have to. What is this? Well, it has. See, that's the thing. Everybody's comfortable losing, throwing amounts, but they're not. Everyone's saying, well, what's the expiration? What's this? What's this? But nobody's answered the question, why did we bring up this play now? How much money max do we want to spend? And why can't we play what this? You play what the chart is telling you? Fuck out of here. You think I let anything in my life tell me what to do? You're crazy, Abes. You might, I don't know, you might be married. You might have a wife who tells you what to do. You got a dog. My dog, Jax, tells me what to do. I think that's about the only thing. But the chart does not tell you what to do. That's why people with options, it doesn't. Because if you follow the chart, you're going to get sucked into implied volatility and you're going to spend a lot of money and the odds just won't add up. So it's not. Depends on the Cadillac, adjust the risk based on. Amen, Larry Thomas. That is where it starts. Because if I don't know, so guess what? You guys are saying, Boeing, why? How much are we going to spend? Nobody could give me a logical reason. Nobody can even list we don't know what is really going to push it. So guess what we're going to do? I don't have a good clue. So you know what my fucking budget is? My new budget is $50 fucking dollars. Okay? So there you go. I just selected the budget for you because it makes sense with the logic you guys are playing. Maybe even $25, but I know Boeing doesn't have anything for 25. I lost 3,000 already, so I don't know. I learned true losing money. That sucks, man. So we'll do $50. That's gonna be our budget. We want to play Boeing, but now someone did bring it up again. Are we going calls or puts? So we need. So you have to buy in when it's really overextended and one. No, not overextended, because you'll see on some of my plays, like I bought my Boeing puts here, but you could have got them here throughout the beginning of the day. You know, at certain points in the day, like this is what I'll show you. We could pull. That's what people think. Oh, you just wait till it gets overextended. You got to understand how time premium is going to work. So, like, look at these puts. We could overlay it with BA, right? So, at one point, these puts, BA was dropping. It dropped all the way down here, and up until then, the puts were still, 30 to 70 cents. I think these are the ones I got actually. I got the 337s, and I sold those. But eventually now, the market, as it started, this is the put price when the market dropped, but then the market came back up. Look at where the puts went. Eventually, your put was down here, even though Boeing was a lot lower. You could have got these Boeings literally yesterday on Monday for the cheapest price possible. You see? So it doesn't have to necessarily be overextended or underextended, but it's related to the contract, the time premium, where the stock's at, and then understanding the points where you just got to be able to recognize volatility. That's why the next part of the process I do, I'm looking to see how much more expensive the contract is, right? Into what relation it's at, because it wouldn't make sense. You watch for things that look underbought. Yeah, every now and then, but I do like what you guys will notice. Most stocks move with the S&P, and my best advice for you guys who want to trade options: pick 5, 7, 10 stocks and focus on them. And you focus on your S&P 500, your Dow. Understand the broader markets and how they're going to affect you, and go diversify a portfolio or stocks. Pick in different sectors to monitor, and just focus on those stocks. I would say that's the best thing, and see when they are overbought, undersold, and then you'll get an idea of when they are trailing the market, under trailing it. Are they going better than their industry? So on and so forth, That is the 100% best advice I could give. But back to the play. So with Boeing now, our budgets, we don't know why. We don't have an idea of the play or anything. Our budget's going to be $50. If we can't have a confirmed catalyst, then I'm switching this to $50. So if you cannot, if someone in the TTF came up to me, you guys are, and you're like, Josh, I want to trade this, and you said, and I ask you why, okay? And you can't tell me why. It doesn't mean you don't trade it, but let that be reflected into what you're doing. Do you guys see what I'm saying? It's like, if I told you, Josh Answers, if I told you guys I'm putting $1 million on a put, what would you would ask me why? And if I told you I have no idea because the chart told me, because this, you would think I'm kind of crazy. Or you would, some of you might be down with it, and you are not a good friend. But, it just wouldn't make sense in that aspect. So you need to let that reflect. So now we have our budget, right? So the next part is calls or puts. So I do know a little bit about Boeing. We could say, hey, there's risks here, there's risks there. We think it could, related. Actually, I do have a piece of news on Boeing. I think they backed out of a NASA project on Friday. They backed out of a NASA project. They have the exposure with China, Europe, all that. So there is exposure to the downside. If I was a technical, loser with no life and no talented skills, I would think that this could be a big break technically. And I know idiots will trade on that, and it could go down. And the fact is, it's there. a long way down. But the thing I don't like about Boeing immediately, when I'm thinking puts, it's been down for 4 days. Now, this day was good. This day was when you should have bought your puts, as we saw, because they're back up. Because the next thing I'm going to look at is where are the puts relatively to the stock price. So if the stock is lower, great. And this is going to be one tomorrow morning, depending on the morning. If I still want to play this, I'm going to wait for those morning fills, wait till it hits a new low, bounces and holds. And that's the thing you guys got to learn. I'm just telling you what the fuck to do on Boeing. You guys better like the fucking video. Hold on, before I get into this, you guys got to subscribe to the channel. You got to turn the bell on, post notifications. You have to like this video right now, okay? Because I'm going to show you guys with Boeing, this is what made the contract depreciate so much that other days, because all of these stocks do it. But this is the IV killer that nobody really realizes a lot of how it kills them. Just tell me what to buy, bro. Send me $5,000 on my PayPal right now, and I will tell you something to buy for one day. Because I've been making at least that every single day. So unless you're going to give me that, I have nothing to tell you. Except for I could teach you how to do it, and you're saying you don't want to learn. You just want me to give you the plays. So what are you going to give me? Nothing. And I don't even know you. Steve Ortiz. You're not even David Ortiz. Like, you're not even the cool Ortiz. So there's nothing you're going to ever be able to provide me except for demands. And I don't like how that relationship is starting, okay? So we're not doing that, Steven. Okay? So, let's get back. Dustin Fritz, that's what I got, baby. I use the E-Trade website. But the IV killer this is where you buy. So look it. You guys are like, where do I buy the puts? It drops, you wait. Do you buy your puts here? No. Even the puts will be expensive here. Do you buy your puts here? No. They're going to be expensive because it's coming down. Do you buy your calls here even? You're like, oh, wow, do I buy the calls here? No. Okay, bounce stuff. Do I buy my puts or calls here? No. You wait. This is what kills the price of contracts. Do you see? Big move, medium move, and then little move. Big move, medium moves, nothing. That is where you want to be buying. You see these periods of just fucking nothing, no movement, and then it just gaps. This is why I love Boeing. But you see, if you don't understand what it is and what's going on, it's just not going to, and you don't understand time premium and volatility, you're the idiot buying here and here on Boeing. You're like, you could be right and still lose a lot. That's why I recommended Boeing to you guys, because it's like a bucking bull. You either know how to play it or you're not, but you got to be careful on the type. Teach a man to fish. You must be with Scientology. Oh, Ortiz, $2, man, nice. Yeah, $4,900 short, my G. I don't have time to sit here for all this bullshit. John Smith. Now, you want me to go pop off on fucking John Smith, the Mormon leader? That's cool, man. I don't have time. I don't have time to tell broke people what to buy if they're not even willing to say, hey, I have an aptitude to learn and better myself and learn a skill. I'm sorry. Other than that, you're literally just a homeless guy to me who's asking me for drugs, and I just don't support that nonsense. If you want me to give you a meal, and you could pick out your meal that you want, and I can maybe teach you how to cook, we could do that. I'm down with that. Okay, but anyways, so let's get back to it. Where were we? $50. We don't know the reason why. And I'm saying, I'm thinking put side. So I'm looking, it's timing now. So I know here, and with what's going to happen tomorrow, I could go look for what I want, right? I could go find what I need, and I know I'm going to want the put. However, the price is going to be different than here. And then part of what it's going to be reflected is in real time as that price moves. So always do this. If you could get the option price, you want to compare to where it was trading the couple days or weeks prior. That's one of the best things you got to do to make sure you're not over or underpaying for something. And I have that video on it. You could check easily on the change close. Plus 80 change close, this contract You bought it at 280, you're paying 80 cents more. That's 40% higher than Friday, you know? So you got to think about this stuff. Oh, you're getting asthma. Not asthma, burp. But let's pick now. The next thing I'm going to ask now, I got to start, what can $50 get me? Okay? So I don't know a lot. I think I just hurt my brain. Really? Do you look at all the Greeks or just some? No, I don't. I don't look at them. We shopping, boys. So, literally, we're shopping. This is honestly shopping. This is like, you guys ever go to like TJ Maxx, like Ross, and you got to go through the hangers, try to find something. You get like a dope $5 shirt. I remember we did that back in the day when FUBU was popping. Only my real OGs know that when FUBU, Rockaware, and Echo was popping, and we would buy it from Ross and TJ Maxx because it was cheap. But so you're picking your $50. We know we have $50. We're selecting a small amount. Gee, because we don't know what's going to happen. We're not really confident on this play. So again, the reasoning and logic is affecting how we're going about it. First thing I'm going to do, I'm either going to start on a short time frame or a large time frame. But knowing this is a $200 stock, a big one, I'm going to start on the shortest because why? Actually, let's see if you guys can answer why am I going to literally aim for the shortest contract period with that in mind. Why would I do that? Cheaper contracts, more volume. I'm not 30 years old. Or I meant less time, not more time, excuse me. I'm 25, bro. Less exposure. Yeah, sorry. I meant less time. I'm starting with less time. Price could go up faster. That's an interesting one. Less money needs a bigger drop, needs more time. So we're gonna look at both. The first thing is I know I have a small amount. I want to see less time on an expensive stock because I might not be able to afford anything. And I could go to the later dates on it with my $50. And this is the next thing. Really, I was going to show you guys the analysis. I was going to save it for something to give you guys the kicker. But at the end of the day, you could even start right off the bat. You could go to a February or go to a long time. And I'm like, all right, what is $50 going to get me? I could maybe get this. Well, that's just a big spread. We could probably get a 195 for February on Boeing. What do you guys think? So we think it might go down. We're not too sure. Maybe what if we do this instead of a February? Why don't we just go to January? That's wow, January 2020. See, I can't get anything. So why don't we go get the most amount of time for the cheapest amount of money? Would that be a good idea? What do you guys think? Should we do that? Because boom, we get a 170 for February. Oh, we could have got. Damn it, we're back to. So all we could afford is February. So should we just do that? Should we just get a literally a 185 or a 195 maybe? So we're saying by February, it's gonna come down to 195. What do you guys think? No. Unless you have inside info. No. Hey, Samuel Lee, you give the plug? Way too far the money for a quick return. If there's no catalyst, no. Good. This isn't too smart. This might be one where if I really get bearish and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck it, load, we need everything, that this might hit, but the chances of this are probably 2% or less. You don't want to do that because if you buy that, you're not going to make money. Guaranteed. Even if it dropped by January 30th, if Boeing was at 150 or like 250, 240, you still wouldn't make money on that. It might go up a little bit, but by expiration, the chance of that, it's not going to really work. So that is one level of it, right? But now you guys have all brought up something. You know, is a selected. I remember Conrad mentioning this on site. You're questioning if it. Yes, exactly. Look at Oscar Batista. He's been in the streams. He's an active Colt supporter. He's already he's got his application in. He's referred people to the Colt, and he just said something he picked up on, which is very important. Always, you guys will hear it. I'm gonna have the webinar on, so you're gonna hear me trading live with people tomorrow. And every time I'm looking at a strike, I'm questioning, can it really get there? You have to. I don't care if you're trying to make money on premium. Cool, you will still make money on premium. But if you're buying ignoring the probability or likelihood of it reaching there, you're dumb. You can't. Because instead of always, go watch my other video reviewing my plays, and I had a big profit on it. I forgot what it was, about 2 weeks ago on the Sunday. But the big difference that I went through on those plays, I noticed, and it was on Boeing. I played Boeing actually. I noticed instead of going out of the money, if I, because if you were going to get, let's say now $500, instead of buying 10 of these, 10 180s for January, you're going to be better off just buying one 270 because it could actually get to 270 by that time, or that's at least more realistic than not. And that's what I'm saying. See, I like the 270 at 500 maybe. This one's not bad. Actually, see? And I see this one. This comes across my screen. I'm like, that's not bad, but I'm looking at it. I don't like it. Why don't I like it? Actually, I kind of like it, but I really don't like it. See? And I'm showing you. Here's my analysis. I'm like, all right, it's up. It could have been cheaper, but the fact, the same option was trading for 400% less a couple days ago, I don't like. But now, the stock is at this price, right? Where's the option? So the option price, when last time the stock was here, well, the option was a lot more expensive. So it's around the same price when the stock was at the same level, but the difference is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days have expired on that contract, right? So think about that. This is where a lot of you get into issues with the same analysis I'm doing, because you look at it and you're like, oh, it's still like in the middle. And you're like, yeah, okay, well, it's still in the middle, but go look at a historical price of that contract, and you're going to see, well, yeah, it's at the same price at the same level, but the big difference is now there's fucking 2 weeks less of time. Oh, you are actually paying double for this contract, whether you realize it or not. So that is very important. But like you're saying, we're going back. We have our $50. The strategy of buying here, that's not likely. But the next big question all of you brought up in everything is what? What type of return? You guys are all asking, well, if it's going to be a quick return, this or that, well, great. So we have our budget. We have our reason. We have our budget. But now this answer, what are we expecting, is tied to our reasoning. If we have good reasoning, if I know something is going to happen and I have good reasoning, I go short time frame, closer to the money. I want to hit it and I want to just maximize it. Or I'm going to go far out of the money but closer time frame to maximize contract and price. No, I meant $50. I said I used an example if we use 10 times the amount if you were going to put 500 because you don't have any other options here. If you were only saying I don't know what's going to happen, I'm only going to put $50 and you wanted to get time and you're like this is a stupid play. Just don't do it. Don't play it. You can't play any. There's no other play. Or the next option, which I'm getting to, is what we need to start doing is start with the less time frames and start identifying, okay, which options are going to be which. And now let me even tell you guys something too. You guys are seeing this process, and we're going very slow. We're going even, I'm going to go through January. I'm going to go through here. We're going to go through December 14th. Oh, we're going to look at this option. I'm going to ask you guys questions. They're going to go do, all this dumb shit. But guess what's going to happen? In real life, as this is moving, you got to be able to, this is going to be quick. But what I'm telling you guys now is I want you guys to build up the habits and just get in the process of thinking like this. And just don't learn how to shop. Do you guys realize what I'm showing you guys right now? This is just shopping. This is like shopping for a house, shopping for a car. It's shopping mixed with business. You're shopping, you're trying to find products to sell as a company. That's all you're doing. So you need to be able to quickly go through these checklists and build that process. That is why I say, couch season, put season. That's why I'm saying paper trade and get in the process. That's why a lot of people, learning and then applying is one thing, and then this is why it's hard for people. You got to get in the experience. That's why hopefully during these live streams, you guys will see. That's the best thing too. If you have the time, go watch the past live streams, especially on the last Friday. I was talking about what was happening with the weeklies, how I'm waiting for the option prices and making all these determinations quickly, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, why is my screen tripping out? I need water. Give me a sec. Ooh. Are you pretty open about? I'm pretty open about trading whatever. Where do I start? If this is my first one, just pop my chair. Oh, your first what? Oh, Steven, you even gave a super chat, man. He donated. He threw in there. Let's go, bro. Oh yeah, wait, no, you were $4,900 short. That was you. Come on, man. I'm open to trading everything. The thing for me, hopefully you guys are seeing, I'm good at two things. I'm good at reading the option, understanding, making these deals on them and getting that pricing. But the next big thing is my thing is the reasoning. Why do you guys think I look at all of this stuff? Why am I looking at this data and all, why am I posting this video? You see what I'm saying? So that is the big part of stuff that we need to be getting going on here. So yeah, you just gotta, you can trade anything, be open. Bitcoin may have fully bottomed. Cool, bro. I'm down millions. I'm literally down millions of dollars. You realize that? I don't want to fucking talk about Bitcoin. I'm kidding. I'm actually down a lot of money. I'm not kidding about that. But yeah, let's switch the subject. But where are we? So, like I said, you guys got to go through this quick. But what are we? Damn it! I need my water and my Juul. Am I sharing my Thinkorswim setup to some people? Maybe. If you're in the cult, if you're really culty. Is everybody ready too? Is everybody going to be here tomorrow morning? Make sure you guys post or turn your stream notifications on. Because we're going to be on in the morning. Tomorrow's going to be exciting. Awesome. Everybody liked the video. I'm just grabbing a water here. Is it cool? Fuck it. Jump me in. Oh, you guys want in? Oh, you guys want to get jumped in? Well, no, you guys will be able to listen. All the brothers who have already previously been jumped in and donated blood, they're going to be on the webinar able to talk to me. So, it's going to be good. But yeah. Oh man, Connor McLean. Do you have a certain amount of money with E-Trade? No, you can do anything. Why can't I enroll? For what? You can't. Well, you can. You could pledge. The applications are below. I've been trading since I was 14 years old. I'm 25 now, so I'm approaching in January. I will be on my 12th year of trading. I'm on year 11 right now, which is pretty cool. Oh, the course won't work? Why not? What time do we start tomorrow, Coach? Hey, look at that. Look at. All right, you got 4,996 to go. 6 a.m., bro. But I'm not jumping you in yet, man. You get. If it lets you donate 2,000, I'll jump you in for 24 hours. You get to come tomorrow. Don't do it. I'm totally messing with you. Please don't send that much at all. That's a joke. Okay. You're 25. Damn, I thought you were like 30. I'm an old soul, my friend. I'm an old soul. I was called 30 when I was like 18 years old. I'm stuffed and booted. Sorry, just put me in. I'm suited and booted. I hope. Ugh. Options or stocks? Options for sure. I'm 32. You know, actually, most of my YouTube audience, about 60% of my audience is above the age of 32 years old. Most people are older. For a while as the crash. No, well, that's again what we're doing here. Hopefully, now with what you guys have learned so far, hopefully you guys are prepared even a little bit tomorrow to just as you're going through this stuff, you guys want to be see, yeah, 34, 35, 22. Yeah. Most of the people on this it's older. It's older people and I love it. I was actually like I'm my YouTube is now growing faster than my Instagram, and I love it because my Instagram is just kids, you know? And so I love the fact that I even seeing the demographic, I'm getting a lot. YouTube is just smarter people, you know? They could actually digest this content. The people in here are, you know, it's real shit, you know? And I think people really trying to do good with their finances who have financial maturity. That is the 120. Yeah, right. But financial maturity, I've said it. I tell people on the pledge class, anybody who's joined the trading fraternity before, the people who've experienced really like extreme success, the people who've been in the trading fraternity and have literally made over $1 million a year trading options with us, they were above the age of 35, 40, had kids. You know, they were just more mature people. You got, it's harder for the young guys. The young guys just don't. You guys don't get life. You haven't raised a kid. You haven't. You know. You guys aren't. You guys aren't scared of losing your money as much yet as somebody who has to really think about everything else. You know. Oh, nice, Cali. But that's cool. That's cool. We got a good audience here. But like I'm saying, tomorrow, be prepared. In my home, I'm trying to. There you go. But this will prepare you, you know, timing wise. But now, like I was saying, if your $50 isn't going to get you anywhere, you just ignore it. But now, what was I going to tell you guys with Boeing? So let's start with our $50. We have to now say right off the bat, I'm going on December 14th. And like I was saying, we're gonna go through these time frames, but you got to be quick on it. You could look quickly, and the next thing, this isn't related. It is related to the option. You have to be careful when you see spreads like this. I'm looking at the last trade, but I'm also looking at the bid and the ask. I usually base my contract based on what I'm gonna get for it. You know, in that sense, what I mean by it is that or the ask. So this says 33 on the bid, 57 on the ask. I'm fully expecting to pay 57, but you can get filled. But it says last trade is 40. So finding the price now in Boeing, and look at this. You guys didn't have a reason. You don't know why. We're putting a small amount of money. Do you everything? The odds are against you. Let me make that clear. All those reasons listed, the odds are against you. You guys know my big thing. Put the odds in your favor. This is the goddamn fucking Hunger Games, okay? You don't want that because now you got big spreads. You don't know what's going on. It's dangerous. You could make a lot of money, though. And like I said, I forgot to say, the big goal you guys need to be asking, what do I want out of this? Do I want a lot, a little? Do I want safety or do I want more money? If I get safety, there's a higher chance I could leave that in my portfolio. It could die, come back. Who knows what's going to happen? Or on the reverse, do I want more money? If I want a faster gain, do I want a large profit, a quicker, faster gain? I'm going to go with something shorter term, but that now means what? If it fucks up, I fuck up. The chance of risk in total loss is substantially higher now. So you got to figure out your goal with that. So in this case, it's pretty clear if we're in the mentality and we're like, okay, market's going down, I think, but now what time frame? I think the market, we might have another week of volatility, 2 weeks. We're going to get a better idea in tomorrow. So I'm thinking I want something close to the money, but maybe in the middle, right? So $50, I'm seeing realistically, I might be able to get these and I could start bidding here, but now these are my only options. December 14th, 277 to 265. So, pulling that up, in 1 week, Oh man. So this is at the high end. What do you guys think? 1 week, 277. Honestly, tomorrow it's gonna probably open at like 315 or 313. Maybe. But what do you guys think? 277? And again, that question is asked, can it actually get there? Whew. 277. What do you guys think? That's Boeing. You guys can't short IPOs. Save up for in the money. No 277. Ah, look at that. Yes, Nohimi. Yes, no. No. This bitch is far out the even if it opens up at 313 tomorrow, 277 is a new low, breaking yearly lows on Boeing. You have to think what company we're talking here. That would indicate and signify a lot of crazy shit. If that happened to Boeing, that would be crazy, honestly. So you got to put that into context. The last time it hit 277 was January. Before it hasn't been there ever, since 2017, obviously. But that is this is a bigger one, but I wouldn't take that on 1 week, 7 days. No way, it's not there. But now, what is that going to mean? So maybe next week, let's see, December 21st. That's a different story, right? 255, 260. 265 for next week. What do you guys think? Oh no, look at this. This is more expensive. Oh, wait, no, 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 no. Come on. Oh, oh. See, look at that. Oh, wait, what? Okay, no, no. These went to 350. Shit. So these are cheaper, but and understand why. And this is where I'm trying to tell you guys, having an idea of it coming to a normal level, or like, understanding your how if you buy something with a far strike, this is what's going to happen. You could have bought these for 25 cents, 40 cents. They went up 1,000%, but now the stock is literally at the same price as when it went here, but now there's 2 weeks less of time. This was that a monthly now turned into a 2 week contract. You see, so that is the next issue, because you guys might be like, oh wow, this is cheap. This is cheap now, but it's not. It's really not, because even if it goes back to this price, what it would take for this contract to go to 350 in the next 2 weeks would be mind-boggling. It's probably not going to happen. So that's where we get here. That's what's going on. You're really seeing we don't have times for dates. So honestly, the real answer on this, there is no good option now on Boeing. I'm sorry, guys. You just can't play it. That's it. Do we walk away now? Do we just walk away, call it a day, and say, okay, we stop looking, we stop shopping, move on, go get a job, Josh. We got more moolah. Tesla, get the loan, get more moolah. You're crazy, dude. Fucking wild. You can't fight the trend. Look at another one. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you guys continue this. You guys don't quit, you fucking pussies. Okay? Simple as that. No, you don't fold. Okay? No. Look at you guys. You all quit. You quit. Why did you all quit? You all just quit on me. Everybody just quit on me. I can't believe everybody just literally quit on me like that. Ship it. You quit. You all quit. Should I quit then? Should I turn off this stream? That's it. You guys all quit. Look at cheaper stocks. So I'm saying What do we do? What do we do? I'm not telling you to quit. I'm not saying go move on. We're not moving on. I didn't fucking do all of this to just tell you guys, oh, there's no option. Go home. Come on. Said Best Buy. There is another one, but why did we just put in this time and you got to think. What is the other option? Check options for future dates. Okay, kind of, not really, no. I like that answer though. You're thinking. You're thinking. Raise the positions if you find a good price. Calls. I'm about to blow your guys' mind. Calls. Maybe calls. Calls could be part of it, but that I'm not thinking calls. I'm not thinking calls. Not looking at a longer one. Calls short. I'm still going short. I don't want the calls. Come on. Look at this. You guys. Oh, look it. Nobody's going to get it. So that means everybody's going to learn something. Fuck yeah. You guys are going to learn a different approach then. Because you guys were all like, quit, straddle it, be a different, call Joss answers. Dude, we're learning. Everybody has to like the video now. That's it. Whoever hasn't liked it, there's 100 people and 70 likes. So I know people. That's it. You got to either like the video. You got to give me some fucking money on that super chat. I don't know, man. We learned. Oh, I love it. I'm excited. I'm excited to tell you guys. Yeah. Ooh. Get to clicking. Get to clicking. I'm sending you some Bitcoin. No, you're not. You liar. Super chat me, bro. Send me $3,000 on YouTube. Let's go. Run up my YouTube. Vertical. Hit the bid. All right. You guys want it? I don't even think I saw the likes go up though. I don't even think anybody liked the video. I think y'all just played me again. Y'all playing me. Y'all using me. Oh shit. Big dog, Connor McClain. He said, "What's up, son?" There you go. What up? 7 likes. Chill. Oh shit. All right. Damn. I didn't see the likes go up, but Connor McClain. There you go, bro. He just put up half the budget for the fucking option. Look at you guys, man. I like the video for $9.99. Yeah. What do you mean? I'll let you not have your chat here for $9.99. That's it. I'm gonna hide you from the chat unless you donate $9.99 now because you said that. If I do have to pay here, I would. It's all good, bro. It's all good, man. Call in now. Yeah, Connor, you want to get on the phone? I like you, Connor. You want a phone call right now? You want to do this real quick, and maybe you could continue on with the live, and you could ask me the questions as we go through this. So I'm not talking to you. All right. DM me on Instagram. Do you have me on Instagram? DM me your phone number on Instagram, and I'll call you. That'll be good. But so since you guys came in, pay to win. Like, this is bullshit. Nah, he didn't know he was gonna get anything. You see that? He did it. He did it for nothing. He's like, fuck it, and he went above and beyond. He was with it. Boom. So he gets something. That's it. That's not pay to win. That's just rewarding good behavior. That's how we do it in the cult. But I'm gonna tell you guys the answer to what we were just hyping that all up about. It's very simple. We don't quit. We don't walk away. You look it now. We know, okay, we still want to find it. Let's go look now at Boeing and say, well, it's not going to reach any of these prices. Where do we think it could go? Okay, so it's easier, probably going to stay around here. It's going to have, based on what I know at the market, it's going to test 297 if things are bad and maybe go around here and do this or that, right? So we're like, fuck, I'm thinking our range in the next week, honestly, given the volatility and what Boeing is exposed to, it could go anywhere from 320 to at the big end 298, maybe 295, right? So these contracts aren't bad, but they are still out of our budget. So we still can't afford it. Or if you have a small account, you're like, fuck it, I can't play this. So what do? You wait. You find where you think the price could go or a range. And guess what? Go paper trade it and buy it so you can notice what price it is. Or take a trade journal and write down the first price you see it at in the morning. And then now monitor this as the day goes on. I think the only person who said it was Vinegary Deer. He said wait. That was the only one I saw. But you go in and you wait for it to come to you and you find out where you think it could go to or that same option. And just like I was telling you guys with Boeing, that's why I explained that whole volatility crush. Wait till the bitch just stops moving or stays flat for 1 or 2 hours, and then what's going to happen? Pretty simple. It's going to stay there. The price is going to now decrease, and then one more day goes by. Tomorrow could gap down, right? And these 287s, or these will go from 70 cents to 140 cents, right? Or $1.40. But then if Tuesday opens up flat or ends flat, or even by Wednesday, all of these contracts are getting cut in half. It doesn't matter where they go to, because that is now understanding options. You guys have to understand what? All of these motherfuckers are going to zero. Every single one. They're designed to go down in value. Especially it's near expiration. You see, it's different on your Januaries now. You see, because you cannot do what I just told you on the January, because even if it goes and bounces and stays flat for 3 days on this contract will maybe depreciate, it'll probably come down, actually. That's surprising that this has gone up. It might go down 50%, but maybe if we probably need to go down more time. Maybe June, they're not going to get affected as much because they have time, but less time, when you could wait. And now you could do the same thing. You could find the balance maybe on December 21st because you're saying, hey, I'm still not sure. But that's what I would do. I would wait on it, but then again, for me, until all of these puts on like December to even January, until I see these puts come down to a price that is a lot cheaper than where, these are now, all of these puts have half as much time or 2 weeks or less time and are at the same prices here. I need this to depreciate a little bit, and I'm going to let the error come in, or the volatility crush. I'm going to use that to my favor. I want that in my advantage. So you guys understand how options work. If you keep it consciously, you use it to your advantage. But it's easy to get FOMO. You guys just want to buy it and hold it. You're like, oh, I could have made this. What if it does this? Who cares? You might miss it out, but follow these stocks. Stock them. Get on it. And again, I said it in the free course and everything. You guys have already said it, sniping. That's it. You got to wait for your shot on it, but you got to understand what's realistic and plausible. And then when it comes to your budget, maybe by Tuesday or Wednesday, these Boeings will be in your budget of $50. And then even better, if by Wednesday you are able to come up with a price or a reason why the stock's going down, that's it. Boom. I can never be a billionaire. I waste that shit. Gang. All right, Connor McLean, I'm going to shoot you a phone call. Give me a sec. Hey, I just saw Spencer's. Wait, baby. My daily reminder not to cuck myself. I love it. I love it. I love all your guys' posts, man. I'm liking you guys are taking notes. Honestly, this is helpful. Fuck yeah, man. Hopefully you guys have learned a lot so far. I do just open up a can of worms in my brain. It's understanding. You guys, this is where you guys really just got to be smart. You can't be emotional. Let the game come to you. Again, do you guys realize, go watch my live streams and listen to me trade and you guys think how calm I am? I'm literally trading on 3 different accounts with over $250,000 at one time usually. You know, you just got to let it come to you and understand. The more you know about what's going on in the markets, the more you and this is why I say get just a solid understanding of options and what needs to go down. You're not going to have panic, worry. Your mind's not going to change. You know, you got to have an understanding, be solid in it, and just chill the fuck out. But you can only chill the fuck out if you're diligent. If you're not thinking and you're not on top of your shit, then I wouldn't be chill. You know what I'm saying? So get a bunny. All right, Connor McLean. Oh, dude, I'm reading our DMs. Dude, Connor McLean's a GOAT. Connor McLean is a GOAT. Oh,
Hey, what's up, Josh?
I just heard it. I heard myself in the background. You're going to have to mute it if we're on the phone.
Yeah, no, that's you unmuted it.
Awesome. Bro, you're a GOAT. I just was reading through our DM. Man, you guys, you want to tell him, man? Tell me your story, bro.
I mean, it's not too impressive, but I mean, basically, I started trading about a year ago. I've kind of been getting mentored for my father for the past year or so. So he was a financial advisor for Charles Schwab, and he's basically been kind of teaching me over the past year. So basically, I started with around $12,500, added a couple grand over the next few months. And then at one point, at the highest peak, I was at about $65,000. So that was all within about a year time. Here recently, I actually just purchased a house, so I kind of liquidated some of that. And I'm trying to build that back up.
Let's
You know what I mean?
go. I'm glad you bought a house, dude. That's so awesome, man. Dude, that story
Yeah, I
is,
appreciate it, man.
dude. It's
Yeah,
great.
man,
It's great.
this is awesome to be talking to y'all right now.
Oh, dude,
So cool.
I think it's I do that. It's cool you're
stoked,
here,
man.
man. Dude, you're trading.
So,
So what did your father teach you? You know, like if he was working, like what has been your approach? Have you been going buy and hold strategy, long term, like?
I mean, it's been a little bit of both. So I mean, it honestly just depends on the day. Like I said, I've been trading it for about a year, so sometimes I've been more of a long. The stock I was trading was Carvana, CVNA, and it would have really crazy moves high. And if basically there's times where I would try to trade it, and I'd end up losing more money by trying to trade it versus holding it. You know what I mean? So, but I've been kind of trying to get in more of the option trading. I don't know a whole lot about it.
Okay, so you've never traded options before?
So I actually traded my first option the other day. And I probably should have watched this video before. So I was actually up 100% on a $1,700 option. I believe it was 5 option contracts.
Ooh, you're ballsy, bro. Your first option trade?
I mean, so I threw too much out there. What happened is I decided to hold it, and I should have sold it when it was in the money. And if you look at the stock, my option that was worth $1,700 is worth about $100 now.
Oh, so which one was it? Let's look at it on stream.
Let me look real quick.
Damn, but yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for your first trades. 1,700. Like I said today, you're gonna put 1,700 on something. You better have a good fucking reason why. And two, I don't know if I put it in my other. I should, I think I made it in one of those videos. I've noticed too. It's harder for me to hold the longer positions, and it's harder for me to maximize the returns on them, just because I don't like to risk a lot on the options unless I'm literally like solid. Oh, what happened? Cut out, bro. Give me a call back. I'm calling you, bro.
reach.
You lost 8,000 real money, Connor. It's not working, man. What? I need it. It's so funny though. You reminded me. I need to text. Some. It's funny. I met a famous bodyguard today at the gym. Well, he bodyguards for famous people, and he just started talking to me at the gym, and now we're friends. Gotta text him. Okay. My signal sucks. Try one more time. All right, Connor. Ugh. What's your Instagram? Ah, the trading fraternity, bro. This is your first live?
Hey, you there?
Yes, sir.
So, hey, let me see what's up. What's real quick.
Don't trade when you drink, dude. How did this guy?
So,
Wait, how did you lose $8,000, Ulysses? You should have just gave me $8,000. The fuck?
So it expires on.
What's the ticker?
2118. DBNA.
Wait, say that again. D.
Yes. DBNA.
T or D?
C is in car.
Mm-hmm.
And then B.
As in Victor?
And yeah, B is in Victor.
Okay, Carvana. So,
And then N.
so let me bring you back to the first question we've done today. Why? Why did you trade this?
Well, it was ahead of earnings. So
Okay.
I figured that the earnings on it were going to pop because they've been pretty consistent. They've been beating expectations quarter after quarter. So that's why I decided to jump in on that one. So I kind of gambled that they're going to post good earnings on it.
Well, let me tell you something though too. At the end of the day, what your logic behind that was still better than that Boeing we went over. Because there's at least a reason for the catalyst, right?
Yeah.
So you at least knew there's something going to draw or drive the stock up. But now that information changes everything. I actually, have you heard of a video game called Red Dead Redemption? The new one?
You know, actually, I just bought it at Target yesterday. That's funny you say that. So I just got it downloaded today. I haven't been able to play it yet, though.
So my friend was playing it, and he was explaining something like in the game, like his character got sick, and since his character, hopefully I'm not ruining it for you, but well, no, I can't ruin it for you because this is the cool part. His character got sick, so every cutscene when you're sick throughout the journey of the game, it just changes the whole entire game, right? So
yeah,
we went over that whole example with Boeing. The fact now that your reason for why you want to get into the stock is earnings, well, that changes everything now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now the catalyst is figured out. We know what could move it, but now you got to understand how that's going to get reflected on the option. So, well, and I'll pull up your option on there, but the big thing probably is that even if you weren't now, let's say, like you bought calls on it, right? You thought it was going to go up?
Yeah, I bought calls.
Why isn't the option chain loading? CVMA, right? Oh, NA.
NA.
Dude, this fucking, what the fuck are you trading, man? No. This
Did you get it pulled up there?
Yeah, so what I was going to say is that you got the calls. I assume you were on the upside, but with earnings, you're going to get, more implied volatility, right? So some of those puts, even if you bought the put side, it still may have not been profitable, right? So, like, unless you got it, I don't know when they reported. When was the report? On the 4th?
Let me think. I think it was on the 4th there. I can go back and look for you.
I'm basing it based on the chart, but I'm looking to see where the puts were on the 4th, and where you could have got them if you bought the puts before earnings, right?
But actually, I don't remember exactly which day I bought them on. but I was going to place them the day before, and with the implied volatility, it jumped from, I think it was $1.50 the day before. It jumped all the way up to, I think, about $3.
Yeah.
So it almost doubled in about a day.
Exactly. So, and that's why too, you were probably in what happens on earnings. A lot of people, it's a phenomenon. You could buy some stocks before earnings. I do it a lot. I'll straddle something into earnings. I'll buy calls and puts, and the stock will move in one direction. It'll go either straight up or straight down, and both the calls and the puts will be worth more before earnings, but at the end of the day.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
So you could have been up for that. So what calls did you buy now? You got December 21st, 40s?
Yeah, it was I think it was the $50 strike price.
Oh. And you bought 5 of them for how much?
I think it was about $3. Let me go back and look at my trade real quick. I'll see you.
Yeah, pull that up.
Exact price here. So.
This is cool. Maybe we start taking some phone calls here towards. We should do this tomorrow. We'll go over people's trades. I like this. This is always fun. I love it. Hopefully you're learning from this too. I want to know what you did because this is cool. I like to see where different people's heads at and plays are at. You put Carvana. Interesting.
Yeah.
Carvana. Do you like it for any other reason besides earnings? Like what made you?
Well, it IPO'd about a year ago, and I started buying it at about $15. It had a good run up to about, I think it was around $65. So I was kind of more long on this position there. Hold on,
oh man, that had a killer IPO. That's surprising for a company in 17 to do that good, and then. Oh, did I sell my Survey Monkey? I think I did.
Okay, yeah, I got them for $3.20.
So, what day did you get them?
I'm trying to go back and actually find it on my Charles Schwab app here. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to come on here. So I'm trying to find it because on the order status, the order disappeared on there. Let me see. Let me go to position. Let's see.
Uber and when's Uber and IPO? When's the Uber and Lyft IPO? I don't think it's soon. I'm sorry. While you're doing that, I'm just talking to the chat.
Yeah, you're fine.
2019. You guys can't short IPOs. You gotta wait. But if you could buy shares, if you could get a placement through I remember there's that IPO broker like Loyal3, even like E-Trade and TOS, you can apply for it. If you could get in any shares before it IPOs, it's gonna come out at a premium. But I think it'll be like Snapchat, where it might have like a couple days of run up. It might hold a little bit and then decline, but it has hype behind it. You got to be careful with those hype IPOs, definitely. But this is interesting. So this is cool too now to even go over. And like that's the thing too. If you guys have losing plays like this, maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll save it. We'll take a few phone calls every time we do these streams because every situation you play is going to be different. Hopefully you guys were understanding what I was telling Connor, that if his logic on this play, the catalyst, the reasoning, it's there. That changes everything. But now how you have to respond to it. That's why I'm asking Connor. I want to know what day he bought it. I want to look at the day of the contract when he bought it. Where was it trading? And go through those same steps and see. And I've showed this in the video, but now too, even for you, Connor, right? This is what you need. You need to start doing this with all of your trades. You see, because now with options, especially all your options trades starting out, even as I don't know how good you want to get at this, but this is what's going to get you understanding the value, why your contracts went up or down, and why you made a mistake, why you made a good trade. But this is the best part about it. Going back, if you do this enough times, it'll click what you're doing wrong. You will never be lost as to, oh shit, why, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this working? It will become clear. So you find it?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm sorry, dude. I can't find it on here. I don't know where it went. I don't want to waste y'all's time on live stream.
Well, no worries, no worries. Well, get it figured out. Look at it, because what I'm seeing is like depending on when you got the 50, I don't think it was too bad. Like, it seems like the contracts were hot. Actually not really, honestly. I think you got the contracts decent, because when I'm
Yeah.
looking at them, it looks like they did definitely. If you did get them in the threes, it just depends where. But you said they doubled up, so I don't know the time
Yeah.
you got them at, but it's actually very hard to tell.
Yeah. No, and I apologize about that, man.
No worries. No.
I'll find it, and I'll try to I'll message you on Instagram. So that way, if you want to go back and look at it, that way, if you want to move on to something else or talk about other stock here, y'all can do that.
All right, yeah. I'm sure. I think we'll come back to this though. I appreciate it, bro. I'm glad we got on this. You sent an application, right?
Yeah, I sent in one.
All right. Well, we're gonna get on the phone then here very, very shortly again. So this was the teaser. So be on the lookout. All right, man.
Sweet, man. Hey, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, bro. I love it, man. Hey, wait. I want you to do this though. I want you to make a paper trading account for a little bit, or just don't trade more than like a couple $100 a week with these options, okay? I don't want you to fuck up the good success you've had with your trading so far. It's different than the trading, just the timing on it.
Actually, I have the Thinkorswim app. I actually set up a paper trading account, and I don't remember what day it was, but I bought some puts on Twitter while I was watching one of y'all's live streams, and I made about 30% on them. But that was kind of me just jacking around on it. I'm not extremely familiar with how these work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just use it to test out some things. If you want to throw real money on it, come on stream, talk to me. But you gotta limit the exposure. Because you can see it. Is. I've said it in the video. Options is the only place in the world where you could make thousands of percent. But it's also the only place where you could lose 50% the literal second you put in an order. I've done it. Oh, I've done it, bro. Guys on stream, I put in a market order once on like a 10-cent option, and I got filled on 10 contracts for $490 a pop. It's fucking insane. I called E-Trade. I said no. I said I'm not. I said you're not filling me at this. I said get the fuck out of here. I said I'm not accepting this. I said no way. No way.
What they canceled
it? They refunded me on it because I just they usually wouldn't, but I was just like, come on, you guys. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, I was like, no, that's like against the law. I was like, if you're gonna really do this, I said, I'm taking all of my money out and I'm closing all my accounts. That's it.
Oh gosh, dude, that's freaking awesome, though. Good job, dude.
Scary though, scary. I was pissed, but all right, man. We'll talk soon. I'm glad you're here, man. I'll see you tomorrow morning, hopefully. But get that paper trade account. Get in the game, though, man. You seem like a guy who would take notes. So get notes out. Watch stocks. Maybe write them down. If you want to play them, write them down a few days. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. You got to be careful because tomorrow you're going to see crazy gains all over the place, no matter what happens, And it's going to be very, very tempting, but use it as an opportunity to look at how options are inflating and deflating. Notice which ones kept value and why, and which ones lost. That's.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the futures market and it looks like it dropped again. So, I was watching your stream. I know you kind of use that as an indicator sometimes, I guess, to get an overall view of what the market's going to do. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up now. I want to see the futures. Where do I put my? Tasty work sharp, but yeah, I look at them the day before and stuff, and they're pretty indicative to a degree, but it just all depends.
Yeah. So I was gonna tune in tomorrow, but I'm actually gonna have to watch after the fact. So I have work stuff to do all day tomorrow. We're doing like sales meetings all week. So it's gonna be like 8 a.m. to like 3 o'clock. So I won't even really get to trade.
Oh man, well. All right, well.
I'm definitely gonna watch after though.
All right, we'll have to. That's good then. Maybe you won't gamble again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I appreciate appreciate it. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hell yeah, man. All right, you'll hear from me very soon, bro. Have a good night.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Peace out. Okay. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, but here's futures. So, are the futures? I think the futures recovered. Did they? Let me see. I don't know what contract that is on the futures, but I didn't go pee once this whole stream, you guys. Isn't that crazy? I'm hoping it does. Nope, they're still down. So give me a sec. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Please hold. Get me some questions in there when I come back. Woo! Man, y'all heard that? Might make a move like Tilray. We can hear you. They did get a stake in the company. All right, man. Audio tape affect the oil? Trump's. What was the What did the audio? I haven't even listened to the audio tape. What was on it? You can hear him pee. The long stream. Ugh. What questions you guys got? I'm pretty much done on the options thing. I'm getting tired here. I didn't want to stream for too long. We are going to stream tomorrow morning, hopefully. Do you have any questions on what we discussed today so far? I'll hang out here for a little bit, answer some questions. We could talk for a second. I think we'll end here at 10. We'll stay on for 7 more minutes. If you have options questions, we could go ahead and do it. But yeah, thought it'd be helpful. All right, awesome. I will. I'll make some videos. Let me know. Glad you guys came here. I want to see you all here in the morning. That'd be cool. Maybe we get like, you guys gotta post it. What happens if the options expire in the money? They exercise automatically. So if it expires in the money, that means the contract has value. So if it expires in the money, your broker will automatically expire it for you, or will exercise it for you and give you the shares. So even if you don't have the money, you have equity. So you have the right to buy the shares or sell them at a lower price. They'll give you the loan because there's equity in it. Do you need a credit line to trade options? No, you can do it on a cash account. You don't need margin. Any others besides BA? There's many things. What's the application? Go look at the intro video on my channel, or go to pledgethefraternity.com. Everything's in the description on the stream. Do you invest in dividend stocks? I do in my long-term portfolio. And some of those dividend value stocks are the ones like, the Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, Starbucks, McDonald's. Those are the ones we're even watching at this moment in the market. God, it's him screaming, "I can't breathe." Oh no, wow. Hey Josh, I bought 11/1/50 call. I got it for 340. Nick Togan. Hey, thank you, man. I'm glad. I'm gonna listen to that tape. So CVNA. Damn, you got it on 11/1. You got it on a good day. Oh, dude, you fucking got it on the. Ooh. I don't think you just got it depending on the time. Yeah, then you got it at what price? 340. Yeah, you literally top ticked it. But now I want to see where CVNA was at there. So stock was at 44, and you were saying in a month and a half it would go up $6 in minimum. Well, you were saying not only it was $6 away from the strike price, but now also it's what you have a $3.40 cost. So your break even is 53.40. Pretty much the stock has to go from 44 to 54 or 53, which is what, $10? That's pretty much a 20-30% move. So that option at that price was 30% move just to break even. You would need a 40-50% move just to what's it called? Just to make money on it. So that's why when it shot up those days after, the next day, coming into earnings and everything like that, it was the implied volatility. It shot up in the morning. You should have took it then, but that contract simply you just bought it while it was running up. I could tell just because you were the highest price contract on it and the stock was going up. That was the exact situation where it's like, hey, maybe we can't afford it in those days because it didn't report. It went up the next day, but then 3, 4, 5 days, and then it reported and shot up. But you could have waited. You would have missed these 2 days, but the next 3 days, what happened? There's the where is it? November what? It just held. Never mind. So yeah, you bought high. You were up a little bit. You were up a decent amount. You should have just took it. And then earnings, you were up 100% at earnings. So this one, I don't know when you bought it and when you sold, but I honestly think it was just the what's it called? I think it popped, and if you were holding it till today and you didn't sell after earnings, you just held and thought it was going to go up more. I don't know. Something like, oh, the death cross. That's what you're talking about. Do you have a referral code? I do. Go to the Tastyworks video. If we get 750 people, they'll give us a Colt Tesla. So I thought he was gonna keep running. Yeah. See that one you should have cut half your position. Especially because it's options. You got to understand, and especially when it spikes up in volatility like that, those are to your advantage. It's usually when there's a big gap on an option, chances are it reaches this price again at a later date, very minimal. That's why I sold out of my Lulus on the weekend. I had these Lulus. I had the 122s or some shit. I had something crazy on Lulu, but I sold out because I know on all the Lulu puts, you see how much it dropped. All these fucking puts popped. The chances of them ever getting back to this price, unless it just keeps plummeting and deep in the money, is very, very minimal. So, but yeah. Final questions, my people. Let me know what you got for me. My hair is so nappy. I need to brush my hair. It hurts. I'm brushing my hair right now with my hand. That's it. Thank you. It's a good question. You're welcome, bro. You and your curly hair. It's awful. All right, guys. 6 a.m. Pacific time. Everybody, go to the last videos. Drop a comment on them. Like them. Share them. Let's blow this cult up. I appreciate you guys being here. The more people we have on here, I love doing this. It's great to see that this is helping everybody out. Honestly, it's been very, very motivating for me to do it, knowing that the markets are in a crazy time right now, and a lot of people could use this info. And hopefully you guys come out of this not getting fucking cucked like most people. So I will be uploading this. Yes, you will. You guys will have this on the upload. Yeah, let me know what questions you have. Pledge the fraternity. Check it out if you guys are ready to hang. Because, again, sadly, we're going to see what happens with these streams once we get the pledge classes going. But till then, I'll see you guys on there. I'm excited for tomorrow morning, you guys. Get ready, man. 6 a.m. It's going to be popping. It's going to be popping. Oh. Paper trade with Thinkorswim. I have videos on these. All of them, I have videos in every single. You might have to scroll through, but there's Thinkorswim, paper trade, tasty works to trade with. You're my boy, Blue. I love it. I'm out. I love you. Peace out. Good night. Tomorrow morning, we on.